Paging me at 5:46 in the morning. Crack of dawn and while I'm yawning, wipe the coal out my eye. See who's this paging me and why. It's my nigga Pop from the barbershop. Told me he was in the gambling spot. Heard your intricate plot. Like fly paper, neighbor. Slow down. Drop the caper. Remember them? Up the hill, up the ground bill. Bet you roll dice with. You got high, you got nice wit. Yes, my nigga Fame up in Prospect. No, that my nigga, no, love good disrespect. I didn't say them. Be facing to some niggas that you knew from back when you was clocking minor figures. Yo, wait a minute. We get off to the roadside. Give me what we really about today. We need a different song. We need a real, yes, there it is. Notice you can hear the drums, the African drums and that. You can hear the African drums. We are about to paint the White House black. We going up in there. You better get your after party pass down. Nigga. You need VIP passes, nigga. Fuck, you doing after party? Let me just say this. Let that keep playing. Okay. What we are doing today, usually we get Buck Willie crazy all the way out, right. Balls out. Yeah. Like what out? Nutsack hang. Balls to the wall. But this time we have people that are actually intelligent, right? That are here, right? And more reserved. That can read the emails. And I'm going to read off exactly who we have. Karen Bass, ladies and gentlemen. Assembly. Don't try it. Assembly. Go ahead, Scott White boy. You read for us. Read. Assembly. We're going to put y'all to work now. Is that how it's going to go down? That's it. Karen Bass from the Assembly Majority Leader. Also the highest ranking African American in California State Legislature. Oh, yeah. Make some noise for that. Yeah.
And the first black woman to hold the position.
Yeah, very nice. And also the co-chair of the California African Americans for Obama. Yeah. Is somebody here for Obama? You better know, white boy. Yeah, white boy. Scott, I like how you said African American. Say it again. African, just say African American. African American. There you go. There you go. He had to read it. He's so used to saying nigga, he had to read it. I never say that word to your friends. And we have African American when they start doing that. You know what? We honestly don't know what to call black anymore. Yeah, what? Watch it. Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Black people are just sensitive anyway. Yeah. I tell the story all the time. Yeah. When you go to and not only that, but let's get right into it. We have Tatiana Ali. Yeah. Why don't you just tell us what you're all about?
What I'm all about?
Yes, just give us a yes, yeah. I mean, you're so beautiful sitting here right now. For those that don't know,
thank you for the smoothie.
Yes. Give it to. Oh, you got a smoothie? Yeah, I got a smoothie, but don't worry about it. I'm talking to Tatiana right now. Oh, my bad. Tatiana, please let people out there know. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you've done. We always do this on our show. And also, Karen, right after Tatiana says that, we'll please bring us up to date. Well,
what I'm doing now, what I've been doing for the last couple months is. I've been to Iowa. Wow. To Nevada.
You made it back. I was just going to say. You sure do have some nice hair. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're mixed. What kind of black are you? Yeah, there you go. Iowa.
Black.
Here it is.
I'm working as a surrogate for Barack Obama's campaign. So.
He had a baby? A surrogate? I didn't know. You're breastfeeding the baby? What
I'm volunteering.
I didn't know what. I just talking about breastfeeding. I need to start.
What it means is I go in and I go into colleges and knock on doors and
that'd be a good knock. Okay, let's take this. Is what we do. When somebody tells a bad joke,
I get people to come out and vote.
Take a pause. You get people to come out. That's great.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
That's right. That's great, and it's working.
I do the same thing.
It's working. Miss Bass, please enlighten us. Please enlighten us where you're from and give us a little history, because the people that listen to our show, a lot of time we've had a lot of diverse people come on the show, and we really want to take time out today to be serious and let people know not just a dream to what we want to be, but tell them what they could be in your field.
Well, absolutely. Well, I'm born and raised in L.A., and I describe myself as a lifelong activist that got inspired by the Civil Rights Movement, the Black Panther Party, and looking at some of the past campaigns. And I've been committed to changing our society since I was a teenager. And so to have a candidate like Barack Obama running for president reminds me of when I was a kid and first got inspired. And that's what I think about his candidacy, is that he is inspiring people. And I'm very excited.
Hallelujah. Keep talking, Karen, because you sound so much more intelligent than we are. I know our listeners are going, man.
All I understood was March. That's all I understood.
Well, Fox, I invited them here, man.
Shut up, boy.
So, Karen, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Karen. And I'm really inspired by this. How did you get to where you are? just to give people, because like we like you said, we talked about the foster kids before we got on, and we brought some kids up here to just sort of see it. A lot of times when people come to your school or they come to where you are, then they leave in their big limo and head to their house way out in Westlake.
On the hill.
You call him a friend.
Thanks a lot. Actually, what he meant to say was west side of East LA is where I actually live.
I see. Well,
but we bring people up to just have them to see it firsthand, you know. And so tell us how you got your start.
Well, you know, when I say I was an activist, I was working on issues in the 70s and the 80s, like the LAPD. You know how the LAPD used to beat down people and shoot folks, and
we have one right here.
We have a culprit right here.
We have one right here. Here's Paul. Sophist Paul. Sophist Paul.
Well, we had a crazy police chief about 20 years ago. He used to believe that's right. Daryl Gates used to believe that black people had different kind of veins in their necks, and so every time they would put black folks in a chokehold and they would die, he said that was because something was wrong with the veins.
Yeah, because they got them nigger veins. Exactly. You got to make sure you squeeze them.
They don't open up as fast.
They don't open up as fast.
Never mind the forearm pressure. Just throw that right out. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. That's exactly what he said. And so I started working with a lot of other activists, and we protested, and we finally got rid of him. Right. So I was an activist when I was off work. When I was at work, I was working downtown at County General Hospital in the trauma unit. And when the whole crack cocaine epidemic hit, that just made me crazy, because
so how much money did you make
everybody.
off of that?
Hey, not a dime.
I'm sorry. I thought you started swinging.
Let's not talk about the crack cocaine epidemic. That's how I bought my first Bentley.
I was putting people together, back together. On the weekends.
I thought you had got into the drug trade.
I thought she was selling body parts.
No, but it made me sad that so many brothers and sisters were slinging crack because they didn't have jobs. And so I started this organization to change that around.
Wow. That's sad.
Amazing. And you know what? I talked to a friend of mine from my hometown, Terrell, Texas, population 12,000 people, only 6 stoplights. At one point, it was Pleasantville. I mean, of course, we had our racial things. I lived on the white side, and you have to go to the black side in order to get food, water, whatever. And now it's close to being the #1 spot for that drug trafficking. As a matter of fact, we were on Walker, Texas Ranger. This is how dumb we are. They do a TV show, and they come bust like 60 of us or whatever. But so it's out of hand. We'll get back to that.
Let's go back to that.
But now, the position you hold now, or you've held in other positions, just give us sort of the tools to get where you are, other than just the being an activist.
Well,
like your education background and everything.
My education background, I graduated college, but I went to a whole bunch of colleges before I finally got serious and graduated. Wow, but it was because of my activism that I got elected, though, because I got tired of elected officials that didn't represent the needs of the people. And so then we started organizing people and kicking some of them out and putting good ones in. And then after we did that for a while, people turned around to me and said, well, now it's your turn. You got to go. And I said, but I'm used to protesting elected officials, not being one. But I'm learning how to do it. Man, and so I've been there for 4 years. And so I made foster care my issue. And so when a candidate comes around like Barack Obama, who started as a community organizer, that's the same way I started. And that's who I am in my heart.
And you know what's amazing about what you're saying? And you're saying that it was just because you have a gift. You just had this gift being an activist. It wasn't about all the, people talking about all the experience and all of the smarts and everything. Right. And I think that in order to run positions, even run in this country, you have to have some type of gift. And I see that gift in you. I see that gift in Barack. I see a lot of gifts in Tatiana and what you're doing.
Remember,
hold on, Kat. I'm saying a lot of gifts, and what she's doing is being an actress and then also being involved. And I know everybody thinks it's the funny thing, but no, I'm saying being an actress and being involved with how you are right now with Barack. Give us a background of that, and then let people know who you are, so so they have that image and say, that's my girl.
Well, I was on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah. You was about 3 years old then, and you were like 3.
I was 10 when I started the show.
Really?
I played Ashley, and the show ended. I was around 17. I put an album out, and then I decided to go to college. I went to Harvard.
Oh shit!
And
smart too.
You're a lot better than us.
No, I studied.
Wait, Jacob.
I went to mandatory college.
I studied political science and Afro-American studies, and like just sitting next to you and hearing your story about being an activist, by people like you I've read about, and
what about me? I was in booty call.
I've read about you too.
Okay. Stealth.
I'm just saying, just don't leave me.
Yeah, stealth.
But there's something. My favorite time to study, my favorite era in American history is the 60s.
Wow.
Oh,
Just what people did, the fact that there was a movement and there were leaders, and we fought inequality. We fought gender discrimination.
Right.
We were fighting against an unjust war at that time too.
Exactly.
And we were able to really, really, really change things.
Do you think we can do that now? Do you
I think we can do it now.
Or are we doing it?
That's exactly
we're doing
what's
it
happening right now.
We're doing it right now because, for a long time people have said, where are our leaders?
Right.
There are no leaders. There's a leader.
Wow.
Barack Obama
Barack.
is the leader,
He is.
and he's creating a movement, a whole wave of people. That's one thing that's been incredible with the campaign. My sister and I, we've gone to Iowa, South Carolina.
Wow.
People have been coming out. I mean, people who have never voted before, of all ages, all races, black, white, Latino, Asian, all economic backgrounds.
And
there's
you're one of
something.
those leaders too. You're one of those leaders
you really
too.
are.
That's exactly
I
what
think
you're
she's about to
doing.
cry. Are you gonna cry, Tatiana?
Huh?
I thought you about to cry.
You want to know what?
You
I
finna
have
cry.
cried
Okay, I got you.
on this
thanks, Speedy.
during this campaign trail.
But just bringing up the
I
bad
have.
memories.
Stupid ass.
I didn't mean it like that.
No,
I mean,
not in a bad way. In a good way. My sister
Somebody
and
put
I,
a
we were
meatloaf
just
in his mouth.
we were just at a rally at UCLA,
Yeah.
and the kids there said that there were more people came to the Obama rally than there've been. Me and my sister were just saying, "Don't you want to just cry?" Max Kennedy was there.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary. It's spiritual. There's something happening that everybody needs to be a part of, and everybody has a place in this movement, in this campaign. It's time.
Cry for Obama.
And I'm gonna say this.
No, I was just a cry for Obama.
And if you have questions out there, please call in 8772 106 106 if you want to ask Tatiana a question, or you want to ask this Karen Bass.
I'm gonna shave.
But I'll tell you this, Foxx. On my show, there's a young
All
man.
right, I love the fact that
You want me to get out my
Speedy,
point?
I'm just gonna overtalk you.
Yeah. Thank you, Fox. You're bringing down my
You know
high.
what? That's passion.
That's right.
And I've had that same passion. We've had the same passion for Barack, and a lot of people. And Karen, if you could speak to this, and you too, Tatiana, if you could speak to, we did this early on in our show when Barack was way behind.
Before Iowa.
Before Magic said, "I'm going with the winner." Anyway,
Yeah, Magic. And Bob Johnson.
Magic, holla at me, Magic.
Yeah.
So
Open up
and
another center in the community, Magic.
And I said, look, no, Magic's real, my boy. But I said, listen,
him.
I said, oh wow,
He endorsed
Johnny Mack.
He endorsed. I get to my points later.
Johnny Mack. That's what we was gonna say. We were gonna have this segment, and then you can go nuts.
No, I'm gonna get to
in your mouth. Anyway, listen. Before the Barack thing was happening, I was like, I'm with Barack, no matter what. Me and Johnny Mack was like, we're with Barack when it was only two people, and one bumper sticker. and I'm gonna tell you who made me, who brought me to the light was Oprah. To be honest with you, she sat me down. And we was eating something, having a little dinner somewhere. I don't know what. But anyway, we were sitting there hanging. It was the candles kind of lit. And anyway, she told me about Barack, and so we've always been on the Barack side. But when we would talk to certain African Americans that listen to the show, one guy calls in, just because he's black, I'm not voting for him. Speak to that. A person who's been in the struggle and really understands.
Well, let me just tell you that I began supporting Barack when he ran for senator. Mm-hmm. When he ran for senator, and the way he wiped out those white folks, basically running against him.
How does that make you feel, Scott?
Come on, what the hell?
But he's a good white guy.
Yeah. He's not.
I am.
But when they brought in the African American guy to run against him, to me it was always about what Barack stood for. It's not just what he says. You can tell from him, just like you listen to the passion of Tatiana, it's what he believes in. And to me, candidates, a lot of times, they're just trying to get elected, and so they'll say whatever it takes.
Right.
He says what he believes, even at the risk. So for him to be a candidate running for senator against a Republican, and to get up and say that he's didn't support the war before we even launched the war.
Hallelujah.
He was risking his entire political career. That's about somebody that believes in something.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. You know what? We said, man,
when you speak,
why don't you run for vice president?
All right.
You speak great.
Well, what I was going to say, Fox, there's a young man on my show, Zoe, who was saying, I'm not going to vote because the system's messed up. And I'm like, it's a black man in office, and here's a chance for you to do something, and you saying you're not going to do it? So a caller calls in and goes, hey, you wasn't complaining when all them white people was going and you were still voting. Now that a black man's there, you like, well, the system is messed up now.
Because I'm going to tell you what it is. There is a fear of being African American.
Right.
Yeah.
When we did what we did a few years back for the Oscars, there was a call that said, don't you think you should say that this story is about an American story, and to leave the word black off? I said, well, if it was Italian, if it was Jewish, if it was Irish, it would be a win for them. And I think it's important for us because of the business of it. And at the same time, whoever wanted to do a black film, even if a white person wanted to produce another black film, Dreamgirls, Hustle and Flow, then it's a business thing. And also, we feel a little nervous.
Because we don't think that we can win. That's why we don't think that we can win, and then we also think that somebody's going to come along and kill him. So there's two things that we're concerned about.
Well, they're definitely not going to do that.
Exactly.
No, because I'm going to tell you right now, if anything happens to Barack, I'm right here.
We calling T.I. I'm calling T.I.
Michael, and I'm going to break Michael Vick out, and I'm going to let O.J. run the whole thing. It's Jamie Foxx. Go with Barack Obama. We going to a song, and we coming right back. It's going down.
We don't say the other thing? No?
What's cracking?
Other than the cracking your ass.
Foxxhole Radio, baby. Let's go.
877-2106. It's Foxxhole Radio, Series 106.
Yo, it's Foxxhole Radio.
We back. Jamie Foxx is
Are we going
live.
to keep arguing at the end of the table, or are we going to do the show?
Just ask the question.
Yo, in the house we got.
Tatiana
In the house we got.
Karen Bass.
In the house we got.
Scott, White Boy Steel.
In the house we got.
Speedy, baby.
In the house we got.
OG Poetess.
Oh, shit. And in the house, wait a minute. I saw this guy out,
on.
and he was trying to get a ballot.
Right.
But he didn't have a pencil. Right. And he looked like this dude. His last name is Mack. His first name is Johnny. His middle name is motherfucking. And when I see him out, I said, there goes Johnny motherfucking Mack.
Wait a minute, Fox.
And I said vote for Barack.
You wasn't really committed to that, was you?
Why?
Because you kind of slowed up on the motherfucker part.
Well, Speedy.
I'm just saying you slowed up on
putting
it.
the brakes on the show.
Yeah, we're going to have to fire some people.
I got more soul than that.
Anyway, Karen.
We're going to start downsizing.
I really don't know what's going on with Speedy.
You know what it is? It's your
Maybe it's the
eyebrows.
beard.
You don't have no eyebrows, and it's messing with my fucking face. You look like a mannequin right now.
I'm not going to sit here and let y'all talk about me like that.
I feel like
Maybe on the glasses, you should get the eyebrows on top of the glasses. Get your Groucho Marx on.
I'm not going to sit here and let y'all
I feel like I'm looking in a Macy's storefront window.
Nigga, you look like a well-talked baseball. Like somebody hit a softball to left field and started talking to me.
See, if I was Will Smith, they wouldn't be talking about me like that. I'm not going to let you sit here and
No,
talk
I'm just
about me
saying,
like
Fox, you know.
You look funny to me. It's hard, bro. Can you pull your sweater up over your eyebrows?
It's hysterical.
You see how that landed right there? That's wrong. That's been your whole career right there. See, that's your whole career right there. Just take a look. Just everybody
you
quiet.
think about what if I wasn't your friend?
Oh, it'll be a whole lot easier.
Oh, me too. Ain't that a bitch? I mean,
Barack Obama came from where? Where did he come from?
He was born in Hawaii. He was
Born in Hawaii.
Honolulu,
How's it,
Hawaii.
sister? Come to me, a whole chapter now. And born in Hawaii.
That's right.
And give us a little insight on how he became senator.
Yes. Well, after he graduated law school, he went to work as a community organizer, and from being a community organizer, he ran for state senate in the state of Illinois. And so this whole thing about him not having experience, he was in the state senate for 8 years. He's got more legislative experience than Hillary Clinton has.
Right.
And so after being in the Senate for 8 years, he ran for U.S. Senator, and it was just an unbelievable campaign. The fire that was lit with white folks in Illinois who supported him and made him the first and only African-American U.S. Senator that we have in the United States. Out of 100 senators, there is only one African-American.
Wow.
incredible.
Y'all want to clap?
I clap, bro.
Stinking asses. Go ahead, Miss Bass.
I wanted to ask you, Assemblywoman. Outside of Obama and Clinton, what do you feel is most unique about this election?
What I feel is most unique about the election, and the reason why I was excited about his candidacy from the beginning, is exactly what Tatiana was talking about a few minutes ago. There are a few times in our history when you see a fire get lit, which is a movement. And a movement is an emotional occurrence. It's not just that you go intellectually listen to a candidate and hear what they have to say. It's the emotion and the passion that he invokes in people. And that is what we are seeing in this election. And frankly, I believe that he was the only candidate that had the power to do that. People might support Hillary because they're a little excited about having a first woman as a president, and I think that that's important. But Barack sparks a movement.
It sparks a movement. Let me ask you that, because it's a little trick. It's a trick bag a little bit, because you guys are women, very intelligent. What does that do to you? Does that bring anything about your as far as voting for a woman, because you're all a woman? Because we have a young lady here who was saying that she feels like that. I'll let you articulate it.
Well, there's a couple things in me. I'm in limbo with both. I mean, I love the fact that we have a black man. We have African American running for president, but also as a woman, and then not only as a woman, but you have Clinton backing her. So for me, that's a strong pulling. For me, it's a pulling point towards the Clinton campaign. Because
so you lean towards the Clinton side, is what you're saying.
I do, and like I said, for me, it just looks like a guarantee. He's been. I've seen his work in office. I know when CDs was 7%, I was a happy camper. You know, when rates was low, when the economy was great. So those are the things that I'm weighing.
But Hillary said last night that she don't want to win or run on the strength of her husband. She want to be independent about her thing. So if you saying you would vote for her based on what her husband did, that goes against what she's saying, that she want to be on her own.
Different. Yeah, as women, we say that. But the reality of it is...
So she lying?
No, I'm not saying she's lying. That may be her. But the reality of it is your man is there. That as he holds the mic every single campaign...
We're not voting for your man. Even when we voted for Bill Clinton, we were not voting for his wife. We were voting for the president.
But this is
not the spouse. It's not a team. It's not a team.
There are two things. There are two things here, though. As a woman, it's about identity. How you identify yourself. Am I a woman first? Am I black first? I'm a black woman. Which is more important, or what? But when it really comes down to it, we have great choices as black women. Right. There's a woman, and there's a black man. It has to go beyond that, though. I mean, if you're really choosing the leader of the country, the person that's going to bring us into the future, and yes, we're talking about we all want, we want economic prosperity. We also want a healthcare system that works, that isn't mandated. We want to take care of the environment. We want to improve our standing in the rest of the world. It goes beyond being a woman or being black. It really, what's important is who the person is. I mean, that's it. You have to base your, I think it's wiser to base your decision on
I'm 100% agreeing with your, and that's
fell asleep on your side.
I thought that was Barack.
I wanted to let you finish, but it's not for me. To be honest with you, I'm not the kind of person who's going to pick someone because, and I know this is going to maybe ruffle some feathers, but
you better not say what I think you about to say.
I mean, I'm
gonna get my beat ready.
The person that's the best that I feel is going to do the best. So
let me ask you. I want Karen Bass. Let Karen Bass weigh in on it.
Okay, let me just say a few things, because what if, to me, Condoleezza Rice was running? What if Clarence Thomas was running? It's not just about the fact that they're black or that they're women. It's about what they believe in, what they stand for, and what they're going to do when they're elected.
Because I don't think I would have voted for any of them.
It would have been wonderful to think that Bill Clinton had all the power to completely have changed the economy when he was president. The economy is involved with a lot of factors, both internationally and nationally. So whoever is going to get elected is going to have a challenge in terms of the economy. Right. But let's not romanticize Bill Clinton's years, okay? Right. He did bring us welfare reform. He didn't do anything to change 3 strikes. He didn't do anything to change mandatory minimums. He didn't do anything to change the inequity between crack and powder cocaine. So although I have the utmost respect for him, let's not romanticize those years.
No, God damn! mean, there are things that Bush has done that, I mean, I know everybody's going to hate to hear that too, that recent laws that have been.
All right, that's it. You're out of here. You're out of here. Get out of here.
I think
Give her Speedy's mic.
Get out of here. Get over there and sit down.
Security.
Why did I even see?
Security.
Assemblywoman, I wanted to ask.
But here's what I want to say. The whole point.
South Central.
I want to say to Shanae's point when she said, by voting for Hillary, we get billed also. I think that's asinine because if you was doing surgery and the doctor came in and the doctor said, well, I can't make it today, can he send his fucking wife in? No.
It's also, frankly, a little insulting to Hillary, that she would need her husband to come in. I actually think
remember
that
they asked her that question, what would she do that would control... Remember that? They asked her the question.
There wasn't no answer for that question.
She didn't answer it. She stepped around and said, what would you do as White House Hillary to control? I'm a little passionate.
Yeah, I know. I see you over here on my side.
Yeah. Do you need a hug or something, John?
You might need a defibrillator after that.
One of the major differences between them, though, is that Barack Obama does not take money from special interests. His campaign is run, and this is why it's really a campaign from the ground, a movement from the ground up. Right. He has people give $5, $6, $25, $1. I mean, that's how his campaign.
I gave him 2 million pesos.
It might be worth more than the dollars.
Well, I'm going to say, and Shanae was about to say something about George Bush. which I'm not going to allow it because it's completely asinine. This guy did he? Am I right in saying this? He didn't have a passport until he became president.
Did not.
He didn't have a passport.
Can't even go to Tijuana,
nigga. This guy has done so much to just really wreck everything, and Republicans do that.
Yeah.
If anybody who thinks the Republicans are good for them, they're absolutely crazy. All they do is they take the economy, they run it into the ground. They're only about themselves. The rich get richer. The
poor get a fucking thing.
Put the money in their pocket.
So the thing about this is this: Hillary Clinton by herself without her husband, Barack Obama by himself without anything. When you listen to these two people talk, when you listen to the debates, you cannot look past the fact that he's just a better candidate.
Exactly.
He's a cooler head. He's calmer, and I think that's what you're going to need. And then when you look at the international community on how they're responding to what's going on here in America, they're hoping that Barack would be the candidate or the president of the United States because they feel that it's going to change their mood. And I'm an energy type dude too. Now, when Bill Clinton was president, the energy was different.
It was cool.
It was cool. I'm not, because I'm a progressive Democrat. I believe in the Democratic base. I'm a different type of Democrat, meaning this is that if you look at Republicans will vote a tree.
Right, if it's Republican.
If it's Republican.
Right.
And so I think Democrats have to have that too. Exactly. We have to have that to where whoever the candidate is going to be, that we get behind him 100%.
Exactly. And Obama as a Democratic candidate has a better chance than anyone else. I mean, if you want to be
Yeah, you can say it.
You can say it.
If we want a Democrat in office, he's the person to do it because he can say, "I said no to the war."
Right.
At the very beginning.
Right.
But nobody else can say that.
But here's going to have to happen. Here's what's going to have to happen quickly. Because what we do on our show is that I noticed that when we were talking, nobody mentioned the soldiers first. The soldiers are like 5th and 6th now. So let me ask you this, Ms. Bass and Tatiana, if you know, I'm not asking you to answer for Barack, but what is the next step? What is the first 50 days you think should happen? And especially involving our troops that listen to this show and everything like that.
Well, I think in the first 50 days, and I believe he said this, and he said this last night, he will begin withdrawing the troops immediately.
And he said he's going to have a date with all the troops that will have to come on by X amount of date. Well, Hillary didn't have a date. She just left it open. We're going to start pulling them out, and how long it takes is how long it takes.
What he said is a 16-month
and she want to get immigrants fucking driver's license.
Assemblywoman, what do you feel the world view is on Obama?
Oh, well, I mean, from what I have heard, the whole world is watching, and I think that's fantastic because I think finally the world can watch and look at us and say maybe they haven't all lost their minds.
Right.
Because it was one thing to say in the year 2000 the election was stolen. We couldn't make that claim so well in the year 2004. Barack said one day in talking to a group of African American leaders in Los Angeles, he said, "Can you imagine what the world is going to say about the United States the day I raise my hand and I am sworn in as the President of the United States?" This sends an entire message that the United States, as he says, America is back. We have to take our country back.
Right. Now, can I ask a question about health care? I know, like, when you're in Canada and you're on that side, they have health care for everyone. The health care that he has or that he wants to put in place, how exactly is it supposed to work?
Well, he wants to have universal health care. The difference between him and Hillary Clinton is that he does not believe that you can mandate that everybody has health care. And he pointed out to me one of the main weaknesses with that idea. If a person doesn't have health care, what do? Give them a ticket, just like you have to have car insurance, right? You don't have car insurance, what happens? LAPD comes and takes your car. So I don't know what they do if you don't have health insurance. One idea is that when you go to file taxes at the end of the year, we'll actually fine you. We'll have a tax fine if you don't have health insurance. So he pointed out what I believe is the weakness in her plan, but their plans are basically similar, that everybody would have health care. It would be very similar to Medicare. When you're 65, you automatically have health care. This would add it to younger people.
I have another question. What's going to happen with all the relationships that Bill has, not Bill, Bush has over there in terms of the oil, the Halliburtons, and how would Obama be dealing with that situation?
Well, I mean, I think there needs to be an immediate investigation of Halliburton. Halliburton has just taken billions of dollars, and everybody knows, of course, that Dick Cheney, as Barack Obama says, his cousin, Dick Cheney was on the board, or was the head of Halliburton before we invaded Iraq and before he was the vice president. So with Halliburton, I think a number of people need to go to jail, because you talk about a corporation that has literally stolen the treasury. When you talk about a war that we have almost spent $1 trillion in, and we say we don't have enough money to provide health care and schools for our country, it's not a question of not having enough money. It's a question of priorities, and clearly we haven't had them.
Ms. Bass, I'm going to ask a couple more questions. The first question is, how do we turn the clock back from this capitalistic, imperialistic society that we live in? It's like the money rules everything. Are we fooling ourselves in a sense of this? Whoever becomes president, do we actually think? And people don't know what Halliburton has done. Halliburton has pretty much have all the contracts of war, military contracts.
They're supposedly.
So could you explain that to people so we'll get an understanding of why we would investigate Halliburton to the person who's waking up 9 to 5. I'm going, you know, and a lot of this is lofty to them. It's lofty, meaning break it down so like a person who's just regular on the street can understand it.
Sure. Well, one of the things that the Republicans have done over the last 20 years is that they don't believe we really need the government. You can essentially sell off the services that the government provides. So, for example, a corporation like Halliburton does things like supply food and transportation and other services that ordinarily the government would do. But when we started privatizing things and selling things like prisons and turning them into private corporations, Halliburton arose and said we can provide those services better than the government. The problem is that we turned around and we gave this corporation a blank check. And we don't even know what they've done with the money, but what we do know is that they have spent billions of dollars. And so part of taking our country back is taking back some of the services that have been sold off and making sure that the government does them again.
And Dick Cheney,
who was the head of Halliburton. These are companies that are turning a profit. The government never turned a profit before. So when we prison people in other states and it's your business to run a prison, you're going to try to run it as cheap as possible. To me, that sounds like slavery.
To all of you listening right now, this is Karen Bass and Tatiana Ali, and to everybody that's listening who thinks jail is cool. To everybody, to everybody, and I'm making a serious point. I'm making a serious point. To everybody that thinks it's cool, to every video that we show of us going to jail, to all of us making us think that going to jail is like the hot place to be, what she is saying is your jails are privatized, meaning that somebody owns that jail and they get cheap labor. The more people that they have in jail, the more money they get from the government to run that jail, and the cheaper the labor is. It is slavery. So that's what you mean.
That's right.
That's
21st
what you mean by
century slavery.
Now, let's get into this. What do we need to do now to get Barack Obama elected president?
People need to volunteer. We have a few days left. You can BarackObama.com. You can find out how to get involved in your precinct. You can knock on your neighbor's door. You can make sure that people get up on Tuesday and go and vote.
February 5th, Super Tuesday.
Super Tuesday.
What happens after February 5th?
After February 5th, there are going to be several more primaries, and you should know right now that Barack is leading in delegates, and delegates are the ones that make the decision who's going to be the candidate, and he's winning so far.
Obama. What's the margin of the winning?
The margin?
Yeah.
The margin of the victory?
Yes, you say he's winning so far.
Yeah, that's right. He has about 10 more delegates than she does. And so this Tuesday, we have about 1,000 delegates that are up because we have 20 elections across the country, and we have to turn out for the brother on Tuesday.
Now let me ask you, could you do this? This is definitely the only time we're going to be able to do this on the Foxxhole, because usually we're dedicated to absolutely nothing, and we have no souls here. But explain to people briefly, or however long it takes. Explain to them what delegates are, because a lot of people have no idea.
Sure. I'm sorry.
This is your education right here on the Foxxhole.
When you go and vote, and I know that every single person listening to this show is going to go out and vote for Barack Obama on Tuesday. Well, when you vote, your vote is actually voting for people who will go to the convention in August and raise their hand and say, I support Barack Obama. Those people are called delegates. So when you go and vote this Tuesday, you're voting for them to go represent you in August in Colorado at the convention. And so it is critical. You know, you sit around and complain, but we got to get up on Tuesday and go out and vote and send this brother to the White House so we can have hail to the chief.
Hallelujah.
For Barack Obama.
I said hail and not hail. I said hail and not hail. To Barack Obama. Obama. Hallelujah.
Yes.
I said hail and not hail. Karen Bass sure got a nice smile.
Pearly white smile. Watch yourself, boy. Watch yourself
now.
Deacon.
So we understand delegates, Foxxhole Radio. We understand special interest. The reason that the war is going on is because they didn't want to win the war. They wanted to just sustain the war so they can make money. They make money off of bullets. They make money off of towels. They make money off of death.
Right.
That's right. Our soldiers that are being killed, they make money off of that.
That's right.
So our soldiers out there, we ain't forgot about you here at the Foxxhole.
Wait, Jamie, can I add just a little story
Sure.
that I read today?
Sure, you should.
Montel Williams supposedly is ending his 17-year career with his show. But they're saying that it happened possibly because he was on a Fox show and they were trying to talk about the Heath Ledger death, and he went on and on about, okay, Heath Ledger, but what about the troops? So he went on and he was very passionate about, well, what's the name of the troops that died today? And because of that,
turn it on.
They feel like they may not have renewed his contract because of that.
Or I'll say it again, that money rules the world.
That's right.
Yes, it does.
And so you have to do it. I talked to somebody 4 days ago. I talked to Pat Boone 4 days ago.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you why I talked to Pat Boone. I'm watching the history of TV. And on the history of TV, the Pat Boone show, and there were all these variety shows. There was the Smothers Brothers. There was, Ed Sullivan, all these shows. Pat Boone had the biggest show. But the biggest celebrity at the time was Harry
Belafonte.
Harry Belafonte. And they wanted, Pat Boone said, I want to have Harry Belafonte on the show. He's the biggest entertainer. And they said, well, our advertisers aren't going to do that. And he said, what do you mean? We will not pay for the show if Harry Belafonte, a black man, is on the show.
Civil rights activist.
Civil rights activist. So they said that he's making too many waves. And Pat Boone looked at them and said, well, I can't do the Pat Boone show anymore.
Wow.
If you don't let Harry Belafonte, who's a friend of mine, on the show. So you have to at some point say, what is it worth?
Right.
Is it worth your check? Is it worth the 40 acres and the avocados?
in Westlake, in West Side, and the eyebrows.
Some of y'all ain't gonna make it. No, but at the end of the day, it's what is it worth? And I believe that when you take that stand, the Smothers Brothers, if you know anything about the Smothers Brothers, their show was very politically charged for the war.
Right.
They would do these jokes, and they would do jokes about bringing our kids home and not forgetting them. So you do take a chance in a sense, but we got to be more than that. Here is a chance that if we don't become more than that, Rome fell too. Rome fell because of greed. We are the most greedy society right now, and it's because of the 8 years that we've had with this presidency, I believe. Because we want everything, and we want it quick, we want it fast, and we don't want to have to work for it, and we outsource everything. We've outsourced our everything.
Research.
Our reason we don't make cars here. We don't make anything here. Everything is made. So talk about the economy and what maybe. And I'm not asking you to answer for Barack. But what do you think he would do to get the economy started? Because we're definitely close to recession.
Well, I think the first thing we have to do is stop spending $12 billion a month on the war. As soon as we can stop doing that, we can generate jobs here. There's so many things we need to do in our country.
Spending $12 billion?
A month.
Man, I might go get some tanks.
We need to rebuild our roads. Why do you have a bridge collapse in the 21st century and all those people die? We need to do a lot of things. We need to rebuild our schools. All of those things could be jobs for the African Americans who are out of work. And you know, one thing, this is want to just throw this in, how they try to pit African Americans and Latinos against us, and that seems to be their end of the road tactic that they're doing in these last few days. But you know what? We're not going to allow our people to be divided.
Right. That's right.
$12 billion a month?
A month.
Can't divide us.
A month.
You can't divide us.
Hallelujah. Reverend Foxx.
Huh? Yes.
$12 billion a month.
That's a lot of money.
How do they justify spending that amount of money?
Who counted it?
Well, you know what? I mean, the question is, where is that money going?
I'm saying, can we get some Halliburton applications?
Jesus Christ. I'm about to change my name.
To what?
15 years from now.
Foreclosures, economy. Could you give us...
And that's another example. You know what Barack wants to do around the whole foreclosure thing is really provide assistance for people who are in foreclosures and make sure that the clock stops so that they don't lose their homes. That's another big scandal. You know, we're going to look back at this time in history 10, 20 years from now and look back at this war and say how essentially the Bush administration opened up the national treasury, invited their friends in, and stole all the money with no accountability.
Wow. So here's the thing. We're talking about Bush right now. We're talking about Republicans right now. Is there really anything gonna happen? I mean, can we really get this guy? Can we really make this stick?
Well, yes,
and how will we do it? Because I'm in that line.
To hold him accountable?
In that line with the little, however long it goes, I'm in that line to get him. I got some personal things.
Like what? To hold him accountable.
The fact that when George Bush was governor, he came up with this thing called conspiracy. And she talks about the crack cocaine.
Right.
And they put my father in jail gave him a 10-year sentence for allegedly having $23 worth of crack cocaine.
Wow.
Allegedly having that. And,
be careful. slow down, Fox. Slow down.
But what I'm saying is that what he was doing at that time, he was privatizing the jail systems and everything. Like, so I have a personal thing. Like, does this guy get away scot-free?
Well, you know what? Unfortunately, I do think Bush is going to get away scot-free, and I think that that's a shame. There's a lot of people that would like to impeach him and put him in jail, and maybe we could be hopeful in a few years from now, after they investigate this time period, maybe we can charge him with the crimes that we know that he has committed. But, you know, I do believe that we can turn this situation around, and we started it last November when we took back the Senate and the House of Representatives, and the Democrats are back in charge. But until we take the White House back, we're not going to be able to undo the damage that these criminals have done over the last 12 years.
Right. And in saying that, we're not saying that we're not American. We're not saying that we're just saying what the problems are, because I've been over to the Middle East. I've visited different places. This is the best place in the world to be.
Right. That's true.
I know you've traveled all over. Tatiana, I know you've traveled. To speak on your travels and how you feel, because I feel like you don't want to lose that right there.
No. Traveling, especially meeting people from abroad and going abroad, the last 8 years has really done a lot of damage to how people view us, what they think of us. And I want to see that change, so much so that in a lot of these campaign offices, there are kids from other countries working to put Obama into office.
Yeah, well, and that's when I say I'm a different kind of Democrat. I'm a little progressive too. I do think what we have here is the best. When I traveled and we went to Abu Dhabi, went to Dubai, we went to all these places, been to Italy, we've been everywhere. But the one thing that we have, not the oil, maybe not the whatever, but we have freedom, and the freedom is the biggest thing in the world. And you can't find that.
Right.
I mean, when I went over to the Middle East and and the ladies couldn't, have
a veil on their face.
They had a veil. I was just like, wow, I ain't really, I know it's about the religion and everything like that, and I wanted to be respectful,
right?
But I didn't see a woman just doing something, just owning a boutique or running a business, or like here, we couldn't have this. So I don't want people to go away from this show, and I know that's not what we're trying to do, is having them think that America's messed up, because America is a beautiful place, but we gotta get it. It has to run in a certain way, right? You agree?
We sometimes take it for granted.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to vote is something that most people in the world, many people in the world can't do.
Right.
And that's how you have to make, and you have to make this disillusionment. Like, sure, there's a system and you feel it, and sometimes it makes you feel powerless, but you have to know how to work the system, and that's going out and voting. February 5th.
There you go.
Tuesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have to go ahead, Johnny Mac.
I hate to interrupt, but we got a very, very important phone call. We got Congresswoman Maxine Waters on the line.
Maxine!
Go ahead.
On the Foxxhole, baby.
Hello. Miss Waters, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I didn't know you had a talk show.
Yes, we do. We have a radio show now. It's a little blue. Sometimes it gets a little bit out of hand, but please don't get mad at us. But today we are all about politics and getting people knowledgeable about what's going on. Where do you stand, Miss Waters? We'll jump right into it.
All right, what is it you want to talk about, sir?
We're talking about Obama versus Hillary Clinton.
Okay, let me share with you a discussion about this race that I have been sharing on many radio talk shows and television shows, and a lot of people are a little bit confused, somewhat concerned, and a lot of discussion about who you support and why you support it.
Yes.
You probably know by now I support Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, you support Hillary Clinton. Why is that?
That's right. I support Hillary because I decided to do a real assessment of the two candidates. And I've listened to everything they had to say. I've evaluated all of the proposals. I've known Hillary for many, many years. I know her warts. I know her good parts. I know the problems. I don't know
Obama.
Barack. I don't know him.
Wow. I guess you don't.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know Barry Barry Bonds.
I don't know him as well. I mean, I just met him when he ran for the Senate. Yeah. And I've not had a good sit-down conversation with him. I've looked at what, his credentials are. And it turns out there are two different campaigns.
Right.
I'm driving, so I'm trying to be careful.
Oh, well, pull over. I don't want you to hit nothing.
I know me either. And so what I've decided is there are two different campaigns. He's got a campaign of inspiration and hope, which I think is good. And I think he is turning on some young people. I think that her campaign is more concrete in terms of proposals. She's worked on comprehensive universal health care for years. And so I think she does have a concrete proposal that's ready to go, and it will provide universal health care for everybody. That's just one example. And so I had to decide whether or not the campaign of hope and inspiration is as important or the most important at this time. I've decided that I've gone through the campaigns of hope and inspiration. I was with Jesse Jackson in '84 and '88.
But Barack Obama is entirely different. He's not Jesse Jackson.
Keep hope alive.
Yeah, I know, but he's not. But Barack. I mean, you have to say, and I'm supporting Barack Obama. I've supported Barack Obama since jump. But you have to say that when you look at the candidates and in those debates and how Barack has handled himself, you have to say he's the most classiest candidate out there. He seems to me, and I think everybody's sort of getting on board with that, is that he really has a shot to become president of the United States. Do you feel that?
If he gets the nomination, I'll support him.
Oh, you support? Okay, then great. Oh, we thought we had lost.
Oh yeah.
We thought. So if he does win the nomination, you will support him.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Amen.
Great.
Okay.
Great. Then that's great. But do you feel a little bit like when Martin Luther King marched and all of these black people marched in the 60s. Now here we get a chance to have an African-American president, and not just an African-American president just because he's African-American, but who is actually capable of winning the president. Do you feel that in the next 20 or 30 years, if we look back on that you would feel a little bad that you didn't vote for someone who was African-American? What would Martin Luther King do?
Amen.
No. I would not feel bad. I put a lot of time into, researching and assessing my decisions. And I sincerely believe that he could use a little bit more time.
He could use more time?
He came on the scene. I don't know who Obama is.
Well, let me
know who the owners of the campaign are. I don't know how he makes the decisions. I know that his rhetoric is good. It's grand. I think that it is important.
Oh, rhetoric. Oh, my goodness. But let me ask you this. Who the
decision makers are. I don't know much about them. I've known Hillary for the last 25 or 30 years.
Yeah, I understand. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Maxine, and you are going to support Barack when he gets the nomination. But let me ask you this. Wouldn't you think it would be great that everybody that is saying that he doesn't have the experience or he doesn't have this, wouldn't you think it would be great if we helped him to get that? And we helped him along with it? Because to me, it just seems like the Hillary baggage and the Bill Clinton baggage is going to tank us when we go up against Senator McCain.
No, I don't believe that. Look, I've been out here for a long time.
Yes, ma'am.
We have been involved in confronting
I respect that.
The police in this nation on police harassment in New York, California. We have helped to bring Nelson Mandela out of prison in South Africa. I've been involved in saving Aristide in Haiti. I don't know Mr. Barack. I don't know where he's
But wouldn't you like to get to know him a little bit? Wouldn't you like, because the whole world is really behind this guy.
Embracing him.
And what about, but you know what?
I want to know who he is. I want to know what he really cares about. I want to know who the owners of his campaign are and who the decision makers are. I want to know all of that.
Right. Let me ask you this question. Do you think that the baggage of Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton is going to tank us? Because I'm a progressive Democrat. Do you believe that the baggage of Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton in the end will tank us? Does she really have a shot to win?
No, here's what I think. I think whoever the Democratic nominee is, they're going to get hit. They're going to be hit hard. It's going to be worse than the swift voting of John Kerry. And I think we have to be prepared to fight that battle because they're going to take on Barack. They're going to take on Hillary. And they're going to pull up everything they can find about them.
Which one is the easiest? Which one is the easiest? Is it easier to hit Hillary Clinton? Because they're really going to hit her. That's what I was afraid of, is that Hillary is not running on the Hillary campaign. She's running on the Billary campaign. It's more like Billary Clinton.
Well, here's what I think. I think that it's going to be tough. It's going to be rough for a woman who does have some baggage. It's going to be rough for an African-American man because the institutional racism in this country.
But Iowa voted for him. Iowa wanted him.
97%
all the black
white.
people didn't get him. Iowa and almost New Hampshire, South Carolina. White people wanted Barack. Black people just came. Black people just waking up.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think that he has an inspirational message. I think he looks good. I think he inspires people. He will continue to get some votes. But I think when it comes down to Democrat, Republican, that they're going to swift vote him just like they did.
I don't think you can. Listen, Miss Waters. I respect you, but I've seen Senator John Kerry speak. I was involved with some of the different things that he did for his campaign. He couldn't run for student council at my school. John Kerry and Barack Obama is like night and day. But I completely understand and I want to leave you the last word. I completely understand the relationship you have between Hillary Clinton, but just give us the last words.
Well, let me just say this. Again, I differentiate between the two candidates based on inspiration and concrete proposals. I do have a sense of who she is. I've known her a long time. I think that she's competent and she can initiate the proposals and implement them and carry them out. I think that Barack has a huge potential. I think that he's good for the democratic process, and I am really pleased about those young people that he is inspiring. I think she hits the ground running from day one. I think when she says she knows what's going to be waiting for you when you walk into that White House on day one, because she's been there. She's seen it from behind the scenes. She's seen it from every different direction. I think that Barack is young, that we could have
talented,
of him for 16
smart,
years. And I think
capable.
He could take 8, and he could take 8, and we'd be better off for it.
He's going to win. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Waters.
Thank you, Miss Waters.
Thank you, Miss Waters.
Thank you.
Thank you for blessing
so
us.
much. Thank
Have
you
a good day.
Well, that was.
Bye-bye.
I love you. Well, that was a different take on it. I do think, however, I see what happened or what's happening is that she's in a relationship with the Clintons. She has a safe space. And 25 years, and I completely understand. But one thing that she did say, which I think is great for the process, as I wink my eye to you, is that she's going to support Barack Obama. But I think the message has to be clear on this radio show. We about Obama, baby!
Yeah.
It's Foxxhole Radio. What's cracking? We're gonna take a song and we coming back. Come on, bro.
877-2106-106. You got Foxxhole Radio right here on Sirius 106. Call us right now, 877-216-106.
Deem myself Barack Obama's Secretary of After Party
Publicity. I will be there.
Publicity and
bringing all the white girls.
And
wow, what was that?
Hold on, let's just take a pause. Let's turn his mic off. Let's turn his mic off. Turn his mic off.
You growing eyebrows now, Fox.
You let the white man in, and this is what he does. In
the
house, we got
Tatiana Ali.
We got
Karen Bass.
We got
Scott White Boy Steele.
We got
Speedy, baby.
We got
OG Poetess.
Oh shit! And we got Johnny motherfucking Mack.
Hey,
you gonna play that?
Now, and listening to Maxine Waters and Karen, maybe you can weigh in. You know what? You don't have to weigh in on this. She was saying things like, "I don't know who owns his campaign."
Right.
What I'm tired of is people like Mitt Romney and all these people that got money that could just buy themselves into the candidate. That's not what this country was built on. Right. And that's a very slippery slope when you start allowing people that simply because their pockets are deeper, they become better candidates.
Right.
And I see that even with Hillary, with Bill, and all the money that she has, she still can't cut it.
Right.
And it has nothing to do with, I mean, if it was you, Miss Bass, I would be like, hey, I would be in there pulling the lever because you coming with it.
Right.
And you know, and sometimes she gets sleepy and tired.
Makeup start running.
She got tired one time. She was talking and just out of nowhere, she was just.
Well, you know, one of the things that I think has been exciting about Barack's campaign is the money. You know, he raised over $1 million every day in the last month, and a lot of his money is off of the internet. He talks about this woman that gave him a money order for $3.02.
Wow.
Most of his money has been small checks. So we own Barack's campaign.
That's what I'm saying, and that's the thing, and I guarantee you this. To everybody listening to Karen Bass, to Tatiana Ali, to everybody here, America runs its best when we have everybody involved.
Right.
You cannot have white people, middle class, that don't know where their money is coming from or foreclosure. You have to have a middle class. You have to have everybody involved. Even a person that is not doing well has to feel as if he can do well in this country. That's why freedom flourishes in this country, because of the fact you feel that you have a chance. Right now, we don't have a chance. The changing of the guard has to happen. Barack Obama, to me, is a person who speaks steady. He speaks calmly. When he said this, and everybody, when they hit the towers, everybody was like, except for myself, was like, let's go kill everything that's moving. And I said, it's just like boxing. When you box and somebody gets one in on you, if you start flailing, you're going to get dropped.
Right.
We started flailing.
Right.
I love all my military people, and it's not their fault.
Right.
But he was the only person that stood up in a field of controversy
Right.
where they were taking tractors and running over people's CDs because they said that George Bush was crazy.
Right.
You remember that? They ran away.
It was
God damn, they're crazy. We gonna kill the Dixie Chicks. They thought that. Now look at you. It's the same way, and I think this is a great what do you call it?
Form?
Parallel.
Analogy?
Comparison. Analogy. Muhammad Ali said, don't fight that war.
Right.
Just like Barack Obama in the most critical of times said, I will not vote for this war. So I'm just saying that. On the mic we have another guy. Tell him who we got.
Yeah, we got another caller. We got our voice of reason.
Our voice of reason, our political analyst.
Eric Wilson.
Eric, we need you, Eric.
This is Eric Wilson checking in, Foxxhole political analyst. What's up, folks?
What up, boy?
Thought he was on a recording or something. I thought that was a recording.
I want to make it clear for your viewers, Jamie, because that's why you have me call in for political analysis.
Yes,
I respect Maxine Waters with all my heart. She's one of my heroes. But when you look at Maxine Waters and you look at Andrew Young and you look at Bob Johnson, this is the old guard, and they have a vested interest in Hillary winning because they have relationships. What Barack represents is change, and change is coming from the people of the street, from people across America who say we need something better. And when Maxine Waters argues about experience only matters if it comes to your judgment. And the biggest decision a president has to make is the judgment whether to go to war or not. And Barack got it wrong. Barack got it right. And Hillary Clinton got it wrong.
She sure
did.
And
that's what experience comes to, judgment. He said, I'm not against all wars, but I'm against this war. And then when it comes to being prepared for day one, the only person who's would be prepared from day one would be Bill Clinton. Not Hillary
Clinton. That's true.
Right.
Because my thing,
the president.
Yeah, she did not get his experience.
Funny how people saying experience. How many people are just walking around saying, you know, I was president about 20 years ago.
Right.
How many people have been president?
Right.
Anyway, go ahead,
Jamie, because a president deciding whether the nation should go to war or not is the single biggest decision a person has to make. And Barack Obama, when 80% of the American people said go to war, and the president had huge popularity ratings, he said this war is rash, we don't have an exit strategy, and we have not thought this out. And in terms of the American politics, the body politic, every caucus has had overflowing people. He's engaging young people. He's engaging African Americans. He's involving people in the political process. And if you look at the civil rights movement, Lyndon Baines Johnson didn't pass all that civil rights legislation from the kindness of his heart. It's because the American people say we want change.
They cried out.
Right. That's what Barack represents. And I love Maxine Waters. I love Andrew Young. But they're like the people in the 50s who say, hold that rock and roll music back. Or people say, hold that rap culture back. You can't hold change back when it's coming from the streets.
Well, you know what, Eric? I used to always think that you weren't going to be worth it. But I'm going to say right now, brother, you speak eloquent, you speak clear, and it's just amazing. Give us your last words. Give us your final thoughts. Tell us something.
My final thought. Barack Obama is part of a chain of American history. In the American Revolution, Crispus Attucks was one of the first people to die in the American Revolution. And Crispus Attucks fell so that Rosa Parks could sit. Rosa Parks sat so that Dr. King could march. Wow. Dr. King marched so Barack could run, and Barack is running so our children can fly.
And
Biggie,
nigga.
Somebody love that. You gotta play that all week, Fox.
We'll play that all week.
We gonna play that all week.
And Biggie Smalls died so Puff could have a career. It's Jamie Foxx. Come back, baby. We'll be right back in a moment. Thank you, Biggie.
Oh, my God.
Man, take that.
Call us right now at Foxxhole at 877-210-6106. It's Foxxhole Radio. Jamie Foxx is live on Sirius 106.
I'm going to say this right now. It's Foxxhole Radio. What's cracking?
The crack of your ass.
You know what? I shouldn't even say that right now. It's been so eloquent to come like it. I should just say blessings, bountiful blessings. We've had a great.
Are we in
first half of the show?
Oh.
Speedy, hold on now.
Okay, eyebrows.
Let me do this. I see your people coming in.
He means the beautiful girls.
Those are my friends.
They're thick, though. So they mean they're my friends because they thick?
I like thick too. They might have a problem. Come on in here. Come on in here. Let me get a look at you now.
See what you're working with.
Walk on over there. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Put y'all in my calendar. You know I got a calendar, Fox, coming
Yeah,
out.
I heard you got a calendar. Speedy has a new calendar. You could be on the cover of Gravy magazine.
I was going to say beef. We'll talk about that later.
We have Karen Bass and we have Tatiana Ali here. Talk about Bob Johnson. What happened to him? Did he lose his whole mind?
Yeah, I think he definitely lost his whole mind. It was inexcusable what he did.
Didn't your mother say, if you ain't got nothing good to say about nobody,
don't say nothing at all.
Right.
That's
don't
right.
Say anything
It was inexcusable because, essentially what he did in that comment was he implied not that Barack Obama was on the streets organizing people. He implied that he was on the streets doing something else, involved in criminal activity.
Wow.
So if you take the brother and you associate him with crack cocaine, you take the brother and you associate him with Islam in a negative way, all you're doing is feeding into white racism, and it was unconscionable that he did that, and that's why he had to get on the air and apologize.
And I'll go a step further. It's not even feeding into white racism, because I will say this to everybody. Everybody that says anything about Barack being black, I just go, Iowa. And they just it is like start saying something about Barack.
Well, he's black, and
Iowa.
Maybe we're not worried for a black president.
All it is the fact that I don't understand how Bob did that, and you know,
Mr. BET.
and we're friends. Are we still?
Mr. BET. Mr. BET.
Well, let me ask you this: is it really a little bit of that jealousy thing coming up? Or was it just a bad judgment on Bob's part?
Was he hating?
Well, I mean, I think it was both. I think it was primarily bad judgment. And you know what? We all have our relationships. And I understand that people have 10, 20, 30-year relationships with the Clinton family. And that's wonderful. But that is no reason in the world to attempt to degrade or to pull Barack Obama down. We should all be wishing him to be lifted up, no matter who we support in this race.
The best, no matter who we support. You're right. You're right. But like I said, this.
Why is he mudslinging? He's not even in the campaign.
Exactly.
Leave us with this. Maxine, and I'll just go back to some of the things that Maxine Waters said. She said she doesn't know who owns Barack's campaign. She also said something that should make everybody a little leery when she said, well, the young people are trying to do something. Young people don't take that. Don't take that sitting down. If you're able, go.
Young people are the reason. I mean, that's why he won in South Carolina. That's why he won in Iowa. That's what I've been doing, is talking to young people. It's us. It's college-aged people going out and voting because nobody thinks you're actually going to do it.
Right.
So that's why Iowa was such a big surprise, because I think the turnout, I think it was 80% more. 80%
235,000, 240. No, in Iowa.
No, it was 260. I thought.
It's 239. We're breaking records, and that's kind of.
It's great and it's scary. You know why it's scary? Right. Because of those old cats that are up there that have wrecked it for us, that have wrecked our Social Security, they've wrecked all these things for us. It's scaring them, because young people, if you do wake up and you stop going to jail, and you can still be cool and not. You don't have to go to jail to sell a record now. You don't have to go. And I'm not hitting on hip hop, but also the young people that's out in the Britney Spears types and all of that. You know what? It's okay to be responsible and young. It's all right to be responsible, because listen, if you're not responsible now, 10, 20 years from now, no matter where we'll be.
You're also talking about, especially young people are people always say that we're so self-indulgent and we don't care about anybody else, and that's just not the case. I think that it's only been that way in the past. No, but it's only been
Jamie just picked up his phone.
It's only been that way in the past because there wasn't somebody who was telling the truth. And when there's somebody that's telling the truth, we will be there. We will listen, and we do care about our children.
He makes it look good. He does look good.
And our grandchildren.
Yeah, he does.
But if you look at all the past major social movements, whether we were talking about the movement against the war in Vietnam, the civil rights movement, etc., young people have always been at the forefront of those movements, and that's what Barack has done. He has sparked a movement. We have new leaders coming up. It's great that he's a leader, but Tatiana Ali is a leader as well. And you speak to youth, and your leadership and what you're doing is absolutely critical.
And Karen Bass, I'm gonna tell you right now, you something else.
Yeah.
Karen Bass is off in that
Smile. She needs to run for office.
She has an office.
She has an office.
Yeah.
Goof.
Dumbest white man in the world.
Wow. And you're white.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He gonna leave here and get a shoe shine book.
Yeah, you know, she's pretty good too. Maybe one day she'll come over and like cook for my mom or something.
I did not say that.
I mean, that's what we heard.
That's what I heard.
Fry some chicken and have a watermelon.
Maybe one day she'll come over, you know, and like, you know, help
You guys
mom.
are wrong.
And be Nana.
Be who fuck?
Karen Nana's in there. We're gonna go to Nana's house and
I don't think that
see how the
way.
villagers live.
I tell you though, I have never had this much fun doing
Is this
radio.
you know what's great about this is that we have fun on this show, and to all our listeners out there that usually listen for our buck willingness, we're gonna get back to that next week or maybe a little after this. But I think it's great to have this time to talk about politics, talk about social issues, and things that really are gonna affect you. Because after this radio show turns off, I know you got to go out and you got to live your life. You got to wake up in the morning. You got to look at your kids. You got to look at your wife. You got to look at your husband, or however you get down, and you got to say to yourself, how am I gonna make it through the day? How am I gonna make it through this year? And I think these are the important times, is that when people come and sometimes they expect the craziness, but you don't necessarily expect this, you know, this good education. But having you here, Tatiana, having Miss Bass here to really explain things really makes a difference to us, because we have truck drivers out there that are driving right now, and I know what that grind is. My aunt was a truck driver. I understand. My aunt was a truck driver. She used to strip and drive.
Wait a minute, portable? Did she strip on the trunk?
Okay, I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you
Whose
how
aunt
hard.
was this?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you how hard.
What was the stripper name? Highway?
Name Monkey.
She's still working.
What was the stripper name? Highway?
I ain't gonna sit here and let you talk
18-wheeler.
What was the stripper name? I need gas money.
Man, that's my aunt you talking about.
BJ and the Bear.
No, I'm just saying.
Man, I'm not gonna sit here and let you talk about
From
my
dropping the load to dropping down the pole.
Yo,
That's
Johnny
wrong.
Mack,
It's his aunt.
This is my
I'm
family
just saying.
you talking about.
I respect your aunt.
Johnny Mack.
She had two careers.
What's that?
So she could change a tire and then change her G-string.
Speedy of all people, I'm not gonna let you sit
It's
here.
his aunt, guys.
But in all honesty, my aunt would strip and drive a truck. That's how bad it was. She would get off. She said, "And coming to stage 3, give it up for Hennessy." And then she'd go out and.
If you hit another gear, I'm gonna leave.
She was only dropping off fish sticks.
Johnny Mack.
Okay, we're gonna move from that. But you know what? It's great to have this education. I thank you for coming. Anytime you want to come here and
I'd
talk
love to
politics
come again.
and let people know, and whenever you start to run for president or run for another office or whatever it is, let us know. Tatiana Ali,
right.
so beautiful and so so smart, you know.
Right.
That's what people don't think, you know, about people that, you know, they give us this whole bad thing about being actors and actresses and not knowing anything, but you're very well versed on what you're talking about, and great. Get out and vote. Listen, I want you to register first. If you haven't registered, I want you to lean towards Barack Obama. Barack Obama wins. We will vote for Barack Obama. I want you to lean towards Democrats. I know a lot of people that are on the fence. A lot of people that are even on the right side of things.
Right.
As far as Republicans are looking at Barack Obama too. So let's do that. But whatever you do, get out there and vote your heart. It's Jamie Foxx. We're gonna take a break. What's cracking?
Other than the crack of your ass.
We're coming back. It's been hot. Give me a song, and then we're gonna come back and end it.
It's Foxxhole Radio, Sirius 106.
Yo, it's Jamie Foxx. Foxxhole, we have been educated.
Oh my goodness.
In the house we got
Tatiana Ali.
In the house we got
Shanae Sexy Hall.
What?
Hold the fuck
Did you
up.
just make that up? Why you gotta put that shit in? Oh, all right, sexy then, baby. In the house we got
Scott White Boy Steel.
We got
Speedy, baby.
We got
OG Poetess.
Oh shit! And we got. Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Somebody said this dude is running for after party.
Congressman.
After party congressman. His last name is Mack.
Mack.
His first name is Johnny.
Johnny.
His middle name is
Motherfucking.
motherfucking. When I see him out, I said, "There go Johnny motherfucking Mack."
And I said, come on in free, nigga.
Oh, fuck. He also has an album coming out called
called?
"I'm Too Juicy to Make a Sandwich." So make
I
sure
got
you
some
check that
titles.
out. He got
Fox.
some titles. Give me some of your titles of your album, Johnny motherfucking Mack.
Get off these nuts.
Wow.
This motherfucker will ruin a cornbread dinner. I swear.
Come on, Johnny, man, give us something.
Well, I got something that's dear to my heart.
Go ahead.
You know, that I only mess with prepaid prostitutes. That's my first album.
Yeah.
My first coming out. And my other song is a ballad. It's called I Cheated. So what, bitch? That's it. I'm working on that as we speak.
What's it called again?
I Cheated. So what, bitch?
With the follow-up bonus track, Tetracycline. 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 Tetracycline.
Burn it.
Tetracycline.
Burn it.
Tetracycline.
Burn it.
Okay.
Well, Fox, hold up, Fox. Tomorrow is Poetess' birthday.
Oh, shit. Do I get the hit? No,
hold up, nigga. Hold up.
I'll give you some of this birthday pink. Hey, look, well, you know what? I got a brand new thing that's out on the market right now. I got you a can of instant penis. And all it's like a little, you know, it's
How big is
like
the
a little
can?
powder. It's a big can. But you should measure it out over the nights and days. You know, you just take a look. All you got to do is add water. Boom, penis.
And I'll take it.
It's like a chia pet.
There you go. Get you some of that instant penis.
She'll take that.
That's my brand new pack.
It comes in a 2-liter can.
Put it in. Hey, you
So
know
what's
what?
with the eyebrows? Can I use this magic marker on you right quick?
Okay, Willie Stargell. They don't even know who that is. Willie Stargell.
Jamie, can I ask you? I was reading that you're doing a new reality show.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, we are.
You want to talk about it? No.
Yeah.
They're doing a casting in Detroit.
What's the name of it?
G's to Gents.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm part of that. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we are doing that. Naomi Allen, you've seen Naomi coming here, the dancer.
Sure,
we got together. She had an idea from G's to Gents about the G's. We're gonna turn them into gentlemen. So we got together and wrote that up, and then we took it to Marcus King, manager of the Stars.
What happened to the ideas I gave you?
Speedy, you know what?
Hit the flush button, nigga. That's what I had to do.
I gave you some great ideas.
Speedy,
Fox.
we took all those ideas to Tijuana, and they're working on them right now. They're trying to work it in between the donkey show and the fire swallower.
And it's not, G's to Gent is not starring Jamie Foxx. It's not starring him.
We never said that.
Speedy.
I
Well, it's all good.
Buddy, look.
Poetess, great question. Listen, today we still have Tatiana Ali. Tatiana, tell us about what's going on in just life, life.
In life?
Yeah.
Well.
Did you be married?
No, I'm not married.
I thought you were
single.
Really?
Yeah,
No, I'm
summertime.
single.
But you're only like 23 or 22, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's impolite to ask a lady her age.
Yeah, but for people out
I'm
there,
in my 20s. I'm in my 20s.
for people out there, I'll put it to you this way. She's very talented, very beautiful. What are you doing next after the Barack thing? Because I got a feeling you're gonna be with that for a while.
Yeah, I'm working on my album right now.
Oh my goodness, I got some songs, yo.
Yeah.
I got stuff.
Okay.
Well, can she sing for us now?
Man,
Can you sing?
Because we got the piano. We do it live
right there.
Fired up.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Just grab anything.
Yeah, just grab. Yeah.
What should I sing?
Just start playing some stuff, man. What else?
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shit. Oh man.
We're gonna sing a love song.
I'll work the bass. You do your thing, babe. Sing a love song.
Sing a love
I'll
song.
work the bass. You do your thing, babe. Oh, do it again. Oh yeah.
Damn, that's good.
And she can sing for real.
Damn, she can sing for real, huh?
Man, well, we gonna have to have a
one-on-one.
No.
She too young for you, Fox.
No.
Way too young.
Whoa.
She brand new out the package.
Way too young.
What is too young?
I get my R. Kelly. I got my R. Kelly gift card. That's what I'm saying. You know, R. Kelly got gift cards now.
What does it say on the gift card?
It's a jump rope on there, and in the back is like this some PE class or something like that.
It comes in a lunch pail.
It comes in a lunch pail. But I got my R. Kelly gift pack
With a thermos.
And a lunch pail light up.
Look, anytime I get caught, I just, hey man, I got this. Nigga. Talk about where Hollywood is going right now. Do you like where it's going right now? Is it the reality thing, kind of like? I mean, because you came up in television and everything like.
Right.
What do you think? What do you think of it now?
Well, it's things are always changing and
Right.
and moving. The strike right now is, I mean, reality is kind of
All we can have.
all we can have. But I think with the strike, this is what happened with the last one. People really had time. Writers had time to just sit down by themselves, not worry about making money. Yeah. That's really, I mean, you understand what I mean by that.
Yeah, right.
And so I think what's going to happen.
Very rich.
If you're not worrying, right. Yeah. But, you know, people this is a chance for everybody to get really creative, and I think right as soon as the strike is done, there's going to be some really incredible stuff coming out.
Sure is.
That's what I think.
It sure is.
I got some ideas.
The guys at the end of the table.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you this. Did you get a chance?
They have about as much weight as a parrot.
Shut up, fuck. Did you ever get a chance, like, to direct or to write or anything like that?
I've tried my hand at writing. My sister and I started a production company, actually, called Hazra Entertainment.
Come on, sis. Grab the mic. Say something, babe.
It's my sister, Anastasia.
Hi.
What's her name?
Anastasia.
What's you guys? Are you guys Ethiopian background?
No. Our mom is from Panama. She's black.
Panama.
Panama, and our dad is from Trinidad. He's Indian.
Oh, man.
All in there.
My father was Indian.
He was? Indian what?
What was it?
Nickel?
Cleveland Indian. Same fucking thing.
So you guys have
and they met in Jersey.
you have a production company?
Yeah, we have a production company, and actually we were starting to get it going just as the strike happened. Wow. So we've had our nice creative time too to figure out what we're gonna do.
Together. What we gonna do? Produce pens,
business cards,
Exactly.
So maybe we can do gift basket.
Now, was your sister in the business? Did you get a chance to act, or you?
I did actually. I was on The Fresh Prince for 2 episodes. I played Bashley. I don't know if you guys remember that episode.
Bashley?
When Tatiana had a singing career on the show.
Yeah.
I was her doppelganger. So.
Yeah. You got a good voice too.
Yes,
nice.
I'm sick.
Oh, it's sick. I thought it was just being sexy. Well, just stay sick for me.
How you doing?
Sick love.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
What do you think about just? I mean, I'm looking at all these cats going to jail. Right?
I thought we still on politics. I was gonna bring up the Detroit mayor.
Bring up the Detroit mayor. What did he do?
You know, Kilpatrick.
What did he do?
He was dating his.
He was hitting his chief of staff.
What's wrong with that?
Hey, that's what politics are
part of the
package.
She was cute too. She's nice.
She was cute. Well, what happened? What did he do? You guys brought it up.
He apologized.
OG Poetess.
Why you throwing it on me? You been wanting to tell the story for 2 weeks.
I like talking about hitting it in the office.
Basically, the hip hop mayor, Kwame.
That's what he's called?
The hip hop mayor.
That's the last thing Detroit needs is the hip hop mayor, right? You guys need cars. We need plants in Detroit right now. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, you got to get some hybrid plants. Shout out to everybody in Detroit, man. I'm with you, man. Go ahead. He did what?
So they're investigating him for lying about having this affair with his chief of staff.
Yep.
And they found these text messages.
Yeah.
Over what, 1,000?
14,000.
14,000 texts.
He was texting us.
That's a lot of texts.
That motherfucker thumb is fat as a motherfucker.
Swollen. A lot of texts.
Swollen.
Cyber sex love.
Motherfuck, what was you doing? And you know it's all on one hand because he's driving.
I'll be there in a minute.
Yeah, he was like,
put your pants down when I get there.
And since we are doing, a political show today, I was out at on the red carpet for Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, and I caught up with Avion from Wild and Out in VH1, Michael Clark Duncan, Monique, Terry Crews from Everybody Hates Chris, Mike Epps, and Cedric the Entertainer, speaking on what their thoughts are on the presidential election.
Okay. Let's hear it.
And your boy got found now guilty, Fox.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
Not guilty. Okay. Can you just...
My thoughts that Obama should be and will be the next president of our United States of America. That's the only choice. That's the best choice. That's the right choice.
Oh man, I love what Obama's doing, but I think Hillary's is real strong. You know what I mean? It's making me a little nervous, so we'll see what's up after Super Tuesday. We'll see what's up, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to waste the vote. You want to keep it powerful and keep it going, so we'll see what's up.
It's really exciting because I've never really been into politics and the elections and all that, and they bore me. You always hear them, the candidates talking the same rhetoric and false promises and all that kind of stuff. But right now, I'm really feeling, of course I'm feeling Barack. He's a very sincere dude. He's a brother. And then just to see the debate with him and Hillary going back and forth, it's good. It's good pressure that we're under.
Oh, no, I definitely rolling with Barack. I've been down with him very early on. Been knowing him since he was, Senate in Illinois. But definitely getting involved. Hosted a couple of events for him here. So I'm down with Barack, and I think it's a great time for him. A great time for a new change in America. He's a powerful leader. He can make it happen, and we should roll with him. Not just because he's black, but the boy good. He good now.
Wow. Good job, Poetess.
Great job, Poetess.
Thanks.
Now, who was that said that?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews of Everybody Hates Chris.
I should have known that sucker.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what Terry Crews did.
Yep.
What? Who is he?
You know Terry Crews, the big buff dude, be walking around with the spaghetti strap tank top.
Oh, yeah.
I said, why you always walking around with a little spaghetti strap?
Yeah, right?
They gonna wear crossless drawers.
Yeah. So he came over to the crib. We was hooping, and everybody had on hoop gear, and he had on a wrestler, like the shorts coming in.
Half shorts.
The half shorts.
The spandex.
The Speedos that go with the spandex.
Yeah.
The
one piece. The one piece.
So he got the one piece on out there busting all the basketballs and shit. So he comes up the stairs, and as he's walking up the stairs, I notice him looking at the reflection
of him
in the window of himself.
Like being vain.
I said, Naka, are you looking at yourself? And then he went, ha ha. And then he flexed his breast.
Yeah.
Like a San Francisco tree.
And then he flexed it at you or at himself?
I don't know who he was flexing to.
He was checking himself.
Was you there?
I was there.
It's all dudes that we just got through hooping. He come out. He pulled his shirt off to let us, I guess he think that shit is cute to me.
Yeah.
Naka?
Glistening
And shit. So he flexes man breast at me, then kind of laugh and look at his reflection. I said, I'm finna check his G-string right now. I said, how much? I overheard him say something to somebody. Somebody said, man, how much you live? Oh, yeah, about 500.
Yep.
I went, impossible.
Right.
No, I'll do about 500. I said, dude, there's no way you work on a TV show.
Right. Makeup.
And lift 500 pounds.
You say makeup.
What makeup?
Because for one, he thought that we didn't know how much weight is. We work out.
Yeah.
500 pounds?
That's a lot of pounds.
No, I do. I said, well, you know what, Playboy? I got 500 pounds in the house.
That's right.
Big weight room.
And so he said, well, let's do it. I said, you do 500 pounds. I give you $2,000 right now.
Right.
I said, but if you don't do it, you give me $2,000.
Right.
So we go in there. So we putting the weight on. He said, how much is that?
200.
I said, well, dude.
200.
It was like 225 pounds. I said, dude, you lift 500. You should know what 500 look like.
Right.
Oh, okay. And then he started going, carry the one.
Carry the one.
Motherfuckers start doing chisholm box.
What's chisholm box?
Oh, you don't know what that is.
God,
but he started counting. I said, dude. So we put the weight on the bar. The bar bent. And he said, how much is that? I said, dude, that's 465. That's not even 5.
Right.
I said, but you know what? Go ahead and try that. So he jumped down. He jumped down on the ground.
We live, you know that.
He jumped down on the ground and started doing push-ups. I said, dude.
You gonna do 500 push-ups?
So when he get up under it, I said, dude, let me tell you something. I don't want you getting hurt in my house.
Right.
Don't
you sue
this.
your ass. Take your makeup off.
Don't do this. You stupid. I said, don't do it. You can't do it. He said, no. I think I got. I said, well, okay, all right. So we had to get 3 people to lift it. And we lifted up, dog. When I said that shit stuck to his chest,
to his man breast,
man, his titties, his motherfucking implants popped.
Nipple ring came out. Silicone juice was flowing.
This motherfucker was leaking.
Fixer flag came out and they could tell. So the question is, did you get your money?
Hell no.
3 years later, nigga.
He's a cheap bastard there, that guy there, I tell ya. So he jumps off of the bench and says, oh man, damn, hey, Lil Foxx,
I ain't got my ATM card.
I ain't got my ATM card. I said, dude, and now I start feeling bad.
I didn't.
I did, because I said, I tried to jump back. Motherfucker, you owe me.
Give my money.
And then he said this, but man, I got kids.
Yeah.
You fell for that one, Fox?
Well, they won't be going to school this month, nigga. They about to drop out of public school. Get my motherfucking money, nigga.
No, I couldn't.
I would have took his money, the kids' crayon, and everything, nigga. You ain't got shit.
And no, but that was hilarious.
The nigga did about 30 push-ups, nigga.
And then got on there and went, so when I see him out, you know he don't really speak to me now.
Me neither.
Well, he didn't talk to you at the game either.
He didn't talk to me at the game.
No, he didn't. I just thought about that.
Swole ass.
Yeah.
We played 2000, nigga.
We played the NBA E-League. He played on the E-League. Boy, when I tell you he throws that ball off that backboard, something hard.
It's like he had the carnival when a dude hit the sledge and go, bam!
Fox was taking niggas to the hole, nigga.
Oh, yeah. I gave him 18. I gave him 18.
You don't weigh but about a 130 or 110.
How much you weigh now?
110, 115.
He weighed about the same much as Speedy at birth.
Strong 168. That's funny.
How much you weigh?
That was funny.
I'm down. I'm pretty slim right now.
Hold up,
my head is kind of big right now.
These niggas on the sideline laughing now. Shit, good hair. Now I ain't gonna have that from you.
Tatiana Ali, is there anything else that you want to leave us with? We get buck wild here.
That I want to leave you with?
Mm-hmm.
She speaks so well.
Is that a book? What's the book you have?
Oh no, that's just a notepad.
A calendar.
It's a doodle book.
Yeah, Speedy wouldn't know anything about that.
I got some good news.
Oh shit!
This is funny, Fox. This is funny.
This is funny.
Okay.
50 Cent was doing his pre-Super Bowl party and kicked Paris Hilton. Said, "Get the fuck off my stage." I literally, she left the stage in tears, and bodyguards had to take her off out of there.
Yo.
Yeah, she tried to get on there and she tried to shake dance while
she
50
tried
was
to dance.
She don't even know how to get a news.
Okay, well here's
why don't you let somebody read that?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Well, here's another one.
Yeah, thank you.
Jamie, did you hear about Michael Vick's dogs getting a reality show on National Geographic?
Hilarious.
Dogs.
Her dogs.
His dogs.
What's it called? Puppy Child?
It's called Dogtown, and they're following. They're going to attempt to rehabilitate the dogs that once belonged to Michael Vick.
Well, they need to come holler at my dog. My
Your
dog
dog's
crazy.
Crazy dogs.
My dogs are crazy. They be in my crib with robes on, smoking blunts. What the fuck? Y'all don't give me my shit? Get out of my shit. Wow, nigga. Whatever, nigga.
You know the weirdest shit about people that have dogs? Because they always walk away and leave a dog with you. And I swear your dogs look at me like, if this chain come a loose, nigga, I'm going to bite you.
My dogs look
I don't even go near them.
I fucking hate Fox dogs.
I
really do.
And he come in and leave.
Yeah, like Johnny, man, go feed the dog. Man, fuck that dog. I was standing outside with a weapon to shoot me, nigga.
And they can get outside their cage.
Them dogs are.
Oh, they get out?
I know.
You come over there next time to see if they can get outside.
But Fox,
hey, and then your dad goes, "Hey, Steele, put the dogs in the cage."
They don't know no commands, nigga, at all.
Yes, they do.
When the last time you seen a dog drop out of obedience school?
No, that was Dallas. I put my dog.
No, you put these two.
I put Dallas in obedience school.
What's his name? That sing. What's his name? Teddy Riley people. Aaron Hall. You had him in Aaron Hall. What trying to tame him?
No, I didn't.
When you first got
Dallas did it. When I first had my old dog, I put him in dog school. All of a sudden, it was about 3 in the morning. I hear, "What's up, man? Fuck them, motherfuckers." What's up, dog? Motherfuckers, man. It's just a whole conspiracy, man. Motherfuckers, they got poodles and shit. I don't need that kind of shit, man. I'm a rock, man.
Niggas coming home with dunce caps on and
feeding me
shit.
motherfucking moss and shit. I need meat, man. Livers. Understand me, motherfucking chicken cacciatore or something, nigga.
And that was the biggest dog, and he was cool as a motherfucker till you touch Fox. If you touch Fox, he whoop your.
And he didn't like people that stink. He didn't like Bezo.
Yeah. He didn't like Bezo at all. One time
he didn't like.
He woke me up with that. Hey man, do you see this motherfucker smelling like shit? This motherfucker here smell like shit.
This nigga was wearing shit spray.
This motherfucker smell like shit, Fox. What we gonna do with this motherfucker? Oh man, I'll bite this motherfucker, man. But shit,
it's people who know who Bezo is, man. You know.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's it? Brian Perry. Apparently, nobody but deodorant know who he is. Man.
Shit, I'll bite this motherfucker, but I'm scared to get pyrrhea.
Get what?
Pyrrhea. I'm scared to get pyrrhea, man. I might get the worms on this motherfucker.
Scott, you got something else?
I hope not.
Star Jones has lost her TV show.
What?
Couldn't see that coming.
And what's funny is that nobody really knew she had a TV show.
Couldn't see that coming.
She ate the script, nigga.
Where a lollipop
I feel sorry for Star Jones.
Why? She should have kept away. She was cute when she was big.
Nigga, no.
That lollipop look ain't working.
She smelled too. Man.
Oh,
she was at the Four Seasons one time. And Fox, remember, she at the Four Seasons.
Don't try to put me in your light-skinned shit.
And I had to sit by her ass, nigga.
By the ass?
No, I had to sit by Star Jones, nigga. She smelled like a gang of wet Kenny shoes, nigga. Johnny Mack. I'm like, I see why they fired your fat ass.
Horrible.
Smell like what?
That's some wet Kenny shoes, nigga.
Kenny's?
Remember she don't advertise Kenny shoes?
Payless.
But I like Kenny shoes. Fuck that. Kenny shoes.
Oh, she stunk, nigga.
Oh, shit. She smell like what?
Wet Kenny shoes. You gotta be old school to know what Kenny shoes is. That's a long time ago.
Nigga, y'all know she stunk, nigga. Imagine working with that bitch.
Oh,
John.
no, Johnny.
And then she married the half a fag dude.
John, are you telling me that her husband is gay?
Yeah. You know the man is gay if he's wearing the wedding gown. That should not happen.
And ponytails.
You got bridesmaids and bridesmaids. Nigga, ain't no groom.
A lot of dudes that dress up.
Did you say bridesmaids and what?
Bridesmaid and bridesmaids.
No, bridesmaids and godsmaids.
She's gonna call here, you know that. She's gonna come down here. She don't plug.
She can't come down here.
Why not?
Speaking of girls and girls, Rosie O'Donnell has a new show with Chastity
Dyke.
Bono. It's called
Dyke Me.
It's called My Big Gay Sketch Show. And I'm
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Yeah, well, you know what? I got a huge gay following.
You had a huge gay following.
Got a huge gay following.
That's why I brought it up for your gay following.
I got a huge gay following. Dance with me and the disco.
Come on and dance.
Dance with me and the disco.
Come on and dance.
You make me feel.
Tyler Perry's doing a remix of that.
West Hollywood's going nuts.
You make me feel. Mighty real. Make me feel.
Make me feel.
Mighty real.
Mighty real.
Make me feel.
Make me feel.
Mighty real.
Mighty real.
Make me feel. Mighty real. Mighty real. Make me feel. Mighty real.
Now, Fox, do you know where he's from?
San Francisco.
Yes, he is.
He used to play with Barry Bonds.
There's a big shock.
Hilarious.
He used to play with Barry Bonds.
Yeah, he was Barry Bonds' bat boy.
Boy bat. He was his boy bat.
They called him bareback. He went out there and put what they put on the bat?
The donut.
No.
The pine tar?
He put pine tar on the bat.
But it was white.
On the base of his penis, he put the pine tar back.
And then one time Barry Graham said, "This ain't no motherfucking pine tar. This is ass." All right, man. We've done too much.
We have.
It's we've had Tatiana Ali. It's been absolutely
done
great.
wonderful.
She's working on it. She's working with Barack Obama in his campaign. So make sure you get out and vote. Super Tuesday.
February 5th. February 5th, get out and vote. This is our time. The time is right now, and he's the leader.
He is.
I think Tiger's come out. He hasn't officially endorsed him, but he's made
Tiger's so
good.
nervous.
Yes,
He's scared to endorse him.
Tiger Woods did endorse him,
Yes.
right?
Tiger
Well,
Woods
he
is scared.
And the LA
quoted
Times
as
just came
saying,
out.
and I might have a little bit of problem with this. He says, "I've seen him speak. He's extremely articulate." Why?
But you should have heard the way he said. Yeah, I've seen him speak. He's He's extremely articulate. I mean, Tiger should just.
You met Tiger, right?
I just let Tiger be Tiger, man. I don't think you should put him in any category because he's scared of his own shadow.
Well,
right?
you know, another golfer came out and said Tiger wasn't that good. Then he tried to pull back on that when Tiger whooped his ass on that first round. So.
Yeah, man, Tiger's great.
Yeah,
I roll
He is
with
great.
Tiger.
He's a great
Tiger,
golfer.
don't let us fuck your money up, boy.
Billionaire.
We ain't shit.
Go out there, Tiger, and seek your teeth into the next round.
That's just horrible, Johnny, man.
Seek your teeth into your bicuspids, your molars, and everything. And the wisdom, my favorite.
You gonna let him talk about it?
Yo, it's Jamie Foxx. What's cracking?
Other than cracking your ass.
It's been off the chain, man. When I look to the right of me, I see all my friends. I see downtown LA. I'm having a ball. When I look to the left of me, I see the beautiful Tatiana Ali. I see LaRonda Sutton, very beautiful, and a handsome, light-skinned man with good hair.
I see cleavage.
You know that was the shit in '72.
I see a gang of cleavage when I look to the
And then
left.
when I look to the left, and when I look further, I see Beverly Hills. I see the ocean. I see opportunity. I see freedom, and that's what it's all about, man. If you get a chance, go out Super Tuesday and let's vote for freedom. No matter how you vote, I suggest you you vote for Barack Obama, but no matter how you vote, let's vote for freedom and let's bring everybody back into what America is really about. Everybody has a chance in America. To all of my people in the military right now, I want to give a shout out to you. Nothing but big love.
Thank you.
Thank you for going out there and staying in that Foxxhole, man, and doing it for us. We're going to come and visit you one day. We'd love to take the Foxxhole over there before they come back and do something for them. And whatever you can do for the people in the military, do it. And whether it's in your community, whether it's sending emails, whatever you want to do. But I've had a great time. I'm going to tell you right now, in the house, last time we got
Tatiana Ali.
We got
Anastasia Ali.
We got
Shanae.
We got
Scott White Boy Steel.
Speedy, baby.
We got
Poetess.
Oh shit. We got
Johnny motherfucking Mack.
When I die, heaven better be off the chain. Because I'm having a ball right now. Foxxhole Radio, we are.
Go New York Giants.
Thanks for listening to Foxxhole Radio. Make sure you log on to Sirius.com/Foxxhole to get your Sirius receiver right now. Also, don't forget the Claudia Jordan show that happens on Monday night and Speedy Brown show on Wednesday night. We'll see you next Friday. Go out and make it a good week and vote on Tuesday.